first part of our investigation witnessed its fair share of intriguing phenomena, all of which culminated in a sickening room B340 vigil for Carl, Stuart, and most spectacularly of all, John Dibley.
What are you feeling, John? John, what are you feeling? Let's get him out, get him out, get him out. John.
No, I want to stay. I'd like to stay.
You sure? What are you feeling? Tell me what you're feeling, mate.
Just upset.
Huh? Are you upset about?
Oh.
So just
I
relax.
felt really, really upset.
Right, relax. Just relax.
I suddenly felt this tingling sensation in my body. I felt like the blood rushing to my head, and I felt suddenly very nervous. I felt like screaming, I felt like shouting, and that was the first sensation I had, and that was after about 2 or 3 minutes of being in the room. So I had to sit down in a chair, and I felt even more, and basically I sat there, and I was just basically trying to come to terms with this, this feeling of exhilaration, of something's going to happen. And then basically I got up and I was okay. We went over to sit down around in the other side of the room, the same side of the room as you come in through the door. It's that half of the room. On the bed, I sat on the bed. The weirdest sensation for me was I felt the tingling sensation, I felt the blood rushing to my head, I felt the exhilaration. And then I suddenly felt really upset. I felt really upset, and I just froze.
Is it the fetal position?
Basically, I was like this, and I felt really, really upset, and I basically had to lie down. I just curled up in a ball, and I felt a tear coming down, and I felt really upset.
So you wouldn't,
I was frozen, and Carl said, come out. I just remember looking. I didn't have my eyes closed, and looking straight ahead. Carl said, maybe we should take you outside. And I said, no, I want to stay. I want to stay here. And I just felt it wasn't obviously it wasn't myself, but I just felt complete. I just felt this sensation of being really an emotional sensation of being really upset, like I was grieving something, and I was in a ball, and then basically I felt like I felt tears coming down, and then I basically, after about 20 seconds, I just sat up and I felt like it was myself again, and I just felt what the hell was that, and I feel drained. I still feel drained.
And if John's experience sounded unnerving, then Carl's description of an infantile image failed to lift the crew's mood.
For some reason, I kept closing my eyes and I kept seeing a little girl in a yellow dress with blood all down the side of her head. That's what I kept seeing as I kept closing my eyes. I opened it and I just started crying. I'm getting an image of a little girl in a yellow dress.
Are you?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Really?
No.
Why? Why don't you like it, Carl?
Let me sit over there. Let me sit here. Why don't you like it? What's wrong with it?
Right side of the head is all smashed in. Me, I'm crying.
Are you? Are you feeling sad, mate?
Yeah.
That's weird.
In 30 seconds, snapped out of it. Felt embarrassed. But fine.
Our time in the depths of the Queen Mary was well spent, as we crammed in as many vigils as were physically possible.
I'd like to go into the locker room where one of the security guards had felt it more than the lockers rattling. Did you pick anything up, David? Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of activity.
What?
A lot of pins and needles, which is usually astral activity for me. We just ask Gav, if there's anyone here, could you rattle these lockers for me? I know you've done it before for others. You could try really hard for us.
Who do you feel's here?
Someone's just touched me on the face.
Who do you feel it is?
Feels like a man. Got a name. It's either Errol James or James Errol. I can't tell you which way around it is. think it's James is his first name. Or maybe Hughes is James, as like, you know, Wales James. James, if you want to really make your presence felt, it'd really be good if you could make a noise. Just bang on a locker. Make a big sound, it would really help us. That's all we're here for, is to prove that you're here.
Lighter normally from the locker but faint.
James, if that was you, please do it again, but this time stronger. If that's light from you, then pull your light towards me. Circle me with your light. If you can do that, it proves, if I'm saying circle me with your light, and you do it.
No, it just did.
Wow, fantastic. I've just been a vigil with most of the guys now. I went to a place that I guess most people don't get to. It's right down the very bottom of the ship, and it's a place that used to hold prisoners of war when Queen Mary was a troopship brigade. Now, interesting for me because it was an energetic thing. There wasn't much action, let's face it, there wasn't anything happening really. However, energetically, it really affected Carl.
There was one point Carl actually said, I need to sit down, because he was standing up, doing a vigil, standing up. He's gradually getting worse and worse and worse, and I can actually see on camera he's actually looking weaker and weaker. So I actually went over to him, I gave Yvette the camera, I says, Carl, I said, come on mate, I said, let's get you out, I said, let's get you out of here, I said, you're not looking too good. Now, one thing you've got to actually bear in mind is, this place we were in, this cargo hold, was pitch black. You couldn't see anything, the only light source you had was off the camera. We had a couple of torches, but that was about it, because what you've got if you've got your floor, and then you've got like 2 foot gaps that drop down, you know, to the actual bottom of the ship. You could probably drop in excess of what, say 4 to 5 feet, and that's quite dangerous really, and it's all bare steel around there as well. He actually puts his foot, and he didn't even know he was doing it. He actually made a step, and his foot went down, and I just caught him.
Sweetie. Right. Hey. Come on. It's here. Come on.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. It does.
Come on.
You do need to go.
I know, but you have to have somebody. It's too dangerous for you to tackle the ladder while you're still
No,
feeling
you
can't. You just
have
sit
to wait here for a while until he's better.
Just stay where you are.
Just rest on me, pal. Sit back. If I hadn't have caught him, he'd have gone down. He'd have broke his neck. He would have broke a bone at least. He'd have done his leg in. You know, then we'd have had problems then getting him out of that place, because we must have been literally a good 50 feet down anyway. We had to climb down the ladder, so that's quite high really. And so I caught him, and then I decided to throw him over my shoulder. That was the other thing I could do. You know, I couldn't do anything else. I had to think there and then on my feet.
Our exploration of the ship's lower levels have increasingly identified the pool area as a hive of poltergeist activity, as witnessed in the main show.
This is the dressing room.
It does stink.
You tell me if this isn't a different.
Oh, it's yeah. I can't see a thing. Can you see down there?
I can't see a thing, Stu.
No.
This must have been male and female changing rooms. This here is a dividing door. This swings across. So we are smack bang in the middle of this. So if anything, is that Kieran?
Hello?
Is that Kieran?
Anyone there? No? What have you just seen? Don't say you've just seen something, Cal.
I did, I just thought... Has Kieran got a white shirt on?
No, don't do that to us. We've only been in here 5 minutes, pal. No, Kieran's got a black top on, Cal.
Carl has been mistaken, as Kieran was actually with me at the time. But once he left our purser's office vigil, the parapsychologist was only too happy to see what he'd been missing 2 decks below.
Oh, my eyes are stinging now. Why are my eyes stinging?
Your eyes are stinging.
Oh.
Are you right for the moment? I shall see how John and John will do.
This is great.
Do you want a tripod?
Oh, you got one? No, I got this to be honest.
Cal!
What was that? Where was that? Was that in here?
Guys!
We're all right.
There's a tile just going.
Someone fallen.
You alright? Yeah. What's happened? Is someone fallen over? No. What's happened?
Massive crash, yeah.
Hey?
Massive crash.
Something crash? You are shitting me.
Something came out of this hole. No, I'd rather this.
Against the palm of my hand. You're right. Whoa! What was that?
Right, so what's happened is John and I, Kieran, were together really, and we were just setting up a camera just so we could basically sit and just see what we find. Carl and Stuart were in the changing rooms, which were behind us, behind a wall, and we heard a massive crash, like a tile had been, or something had dropped to our left, and my heart's still beating. I'm pretty scared, I have to admit. Carl's run up. They came running out, and they've gone to find out where they think it might have been. Just as you walked off, and we went in there, and we turned away from here, the lights got brighter. The lights have definitely... Do you think the lights got brighter?
We may just got used to it. I'm just upstairs. It seems there are only 2 exits from here. 1 or 3 exits. 1 over there, 1 in that far corner, and 1 the one that came.
I'm convinced it was those tiles there, and it was somebody standing on one.
Yeah.
The vastness of the Queen Mary is perfectly illustrated by this vigil, where Kieran, Richard and Alex further explore some of the lower decks, starting in the engine room.
There are some very strange noises down here, but I mean, come on, we're talking of mechanics, aren't we? Machinery. I don't know.
I'll get you.
I mean, it really is weird.
Where is that?
I don't know whether we can cope with it. I mean, look, there's lights on. For God's sake, guys, we've been in much worse places than this in the dark.
So why is it then?
I don't know. I really... I can't... I mean, there's nothing. It's just mechanical noises. You know, we're in an engine room. But I didn't think any of these engines worked. We know that John, at the age of 18 years of age, was crushed to death here by this door.
There is a ghost group that has a California ghost group, and they got some success trying to communicate with John, and it was knocks.
It was knocks.
And they were getting knocks, and you could hear also.
What the sound is that?
No.
John, are you there? John, we've come to talk to you. Could you tap on some of the metalwork that's down here? Would you tap once if you're there? Could you show yourself here in this alleyway now?
Where is that coming from?
Johnny, that's not you, of course.
Due to the disorientating sounds that were emanating from the engine room, the group moved through to the area that houses many of the Queen Mary's Museum artefacts.
Describe what you heard, Alex.
A very loud knock, bang.
From where?
From in this area here.
It was a very different type of bang. It wasn't. It wasn't like the machinery we've been hearing. It was more if someone had dropped something.
Yeah.
Yeah, or knocked something off.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
In a different sort of environment, all of these noises would be. You know, in some of the castles and other locations we've been to, we'd be like,
every day.
yeah.
And yet here, you can almost accept it.
Went to the swimming pool with Yvette, Kath and John Gilbert. I saw a woman.
Did you?
Yeah, the top of the slide diving board thing. Into the pool at the deep end. How there's a slight lip on it on the other side, on the, you know, the side you walk.
Yeah.
So a woman sat on there, just sat on that white bathing costume.
I'm just going to use this pool as a laptop for you.
What's up?
I thought I felt something pulling at me.
Did you?
I don't know if it was my headphone lead getting stuck, it could have been, but it didn't feel like it.
Is there anybody here? Are there any spirit people, any astral beings here in this swimming pool area?
What did you feel then?
What?
I felt there was something behind me. I felt something touch, like brush past me, past my bottom.
Do you know, I'm getting that same sensation when I came and I walked around here, that when you swallow water, when you're drowning in water, you get that chlorine smell.
If there was a spirit person, an astral being, a child, a woman, a man, a gentleman...
I've just seen one at the top of the stairs there.
What?
I saw a head at the top of the stairs run down.
Please.
A small figure. Yeah, a small one.
Like a child?
Yeah.
Oh, suddenly come over really sick.
Really?
I come over really, like...
Are you getting anything? Because I'm seeing, I don't know if it's just the colour of the eye, but I just feel like it's running around.
What up?
I just saw someone sat there.
What?
Oh, I just saw someone sat there, sat on the edge of the slide.
Did you?
You're right. Yeah.
What did
A
they look
woman.
like?
A woman, was she wearing swimwear?
Yeah, white.
Oh, wow.
God, John. Oh, God, I'm really cold now.
It feels weird. It feels really weird because I kind of think some people think I'm making it up because it is incredible, and I think if someone else said to me they'd seen it, I'd probably think I'm making it up. So I don't really know what to make of it. I saw it. I know I saw it. It wasn't out of the corner of my eye. It was as clear as you're seeing me now, and it's the first time I've ever experienced anything like it.
So when you first came to Northampton, you didn't really believe?
I believe that there were things that we don't understand and that strange things might happen, but I certainly didn't believe in ghosts that you could actually see, that were there.
But you actually just said that you thought we were all mad.
Yeah, I thought you were all mad. I did.
Did
That
you
first
really?
shoot, where was it? Annesley Hall.
Yeah. Did you?
They were lunatics.
How funny is that?
And
And now?
now you're welcome to the asylum.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Are you actually a firm believer now? Do you believe there is? Do you believe what you saw tonight was a ghost?
What I saw was a ghost. Whether it was a memory of something that had happened before, or someone who was there watching us, I can't say that. I've got no way of knowing. But there was something. There was an apparition. There was something there that didn't exist. That wasn't of this earth, if you like.
Well, that's it for the Queen Mary swimming pool, which I'm standing right beside of the entrance to the swimming pool. For me, it was probably the most interesting place because it was more visually active, and I mean, with my own eyes rather than any kind of psychic senses. It was visual in so much there's lots of things going on.
Queen Mary, yes, it's haunted. You must come and visit.
The Queen Mary, I think, is beautiful. It's fascinating. It's well worth a visit. Absolutely worth a visit. We've been here for 3 weeks. My only piece of advice is don't stay too long.
The Queen Mary has certainly proved crucial in our investigations, but one person who has learned a very dear lesson from our time on board is Richard Felix. The moral of his story is never to conduct an interview within earshot of the Queen Mary's horn.